am back. How you doing? And I am going to take a look today at some Acratech products. I did a video already with the Acratech Nomad, which is this one. And the Nomad is, it's priced at $2.99, and it's a fantastic standard ball head. It's good up to 25 pounds, absolutely as solidly built as anything you will ever find on the market. Wonderful precision machinery. While I was doing the video, I was aware of a feature on the GP, which is this guy over here, that for me I thought would be a thing. I definitely wanted the, this one has the ability, the bottom part can be kind of reversed around so that your panning head is up on top. And the advantage to that is if you're doing a stitched panorama, you can actually, you have this to set up for your pano so that you can use the upper rotation instead of the bottom. I have seen also other photographers will actually put like a leveling head or like a secondary rotating panorama head up on top. That's certainly another solution. Either one would work great. It's kind of two different ways to skin a cat, I guess. But the thing that I actually found myself absolutely loving on this, more so than I had anticipated, was this lever release clamp. So this ball head is priced at $3.99 without the lever release. It's an extra $30 for the lever release. It's $4.29 with this. I would say for my own thoughts on it, I will absolutely forever love this idea. So basically what you're doing, I guess I can kind of turn it around here. Well, actually I shouldn't have. Let me do it this way. So you have a bubble level right in the base. If you look over on the Nomad, the bubble level is actually off to the side here. They had to move it because this is actually an adjustable side. And then you set it for the exact width that you need to clamp down your Arca Swiss plate. And then as you clamp this down, it just snaps it in. You have an audible click. And the thing that I absolutely love about it is that it locks. It does not undo if you bump it in the open direction until you push this little tiny lock release, and that is awesome. It means your camera is not going to come off of there accidentally, and I think that is worth its weight in gold. That's awesome. The basic ball head design on both of these is very, very, very similar. They have a third one. It's called the Ultimate GP. And I want to definitely mention that. Basically what they've done on that one is they've angled this, this surface area that connects with the ball. Instead of being at a 90-degree angle, it looks like it's at about a 45-degree angle. And what it does is it makes all of your rotating ability go over to, it skews it to the front of the head. So if you're doing a lot of macro photography where you want to like arc it down straight onto a flower or an insect or something, that actually is a really, really neat ball head. What you're going to lose then is the ability to angle up and go back toward the back end, because you're going to run into the back lip of this plate. So it's basically just a trade-off, whichever one you would prefer. The ball head design on all of them is basically just the idea that you're going to have an open design and only minimal surface area contact with that ball. So it's not sitting down inside an encasement. It isn't covered in any kind of grease or lubricant or anything like that. It's just finely machined. I think it's some, I don't know whether it's kind of like just the way they've machined the aluminum, or if there's some kind of a Teflon coating on there or something, but it is super slick. Like it's just really, really hyper smooth and very, very slippery. So when you loosen this control all the way up, your main control knob, this tension control knob will let you set the drag on the ball. So you can set it so that it's tight enough that it's not going to flop right over, and that you don't want your camera just to kind of drop every time you loosen it up. And once that's set, you pretty much are going to set that and more or less leave it. And then you tighten this down, and that actually completely secures you. This is just the panning lock, and that's pretty standard. I don't think there's anything revolutionary there. When you drop down to portrait mode, you go to a perfect 90-degree angle, which makes that super fast and easy to do. Standard Arca-Swiss plate. They do manufacture some brand-specific plates. Like every single version of all the main DSLR bodies have their own very specifically designed release plate that cradles the bottom of your camera. I don't know that that's a necessity, but if you're ordering it and you need a release plate, you know, by all means, that's a kind of a really nice little extra touch. So, I think I mentioned in my last video, but honestly, the focusing was all nasty in my last video. I think I'm going to just disable that and kind of render it not viewable anymore. So let me just recap very quickly a little tidbit about Acratech as a company. They are a very small company based in California. They are, I think it's Pomona, California, and they are devoutly committed to their vendors, to the stores, the camera shops and whatnot that sell their product. So they don't sell through Amazon. They want to go support their authorized retailers. So if you are looking to get an Acratech, I would highly recommend going directly through their website or finding somebody that's an authorized dealer. There are a couple of their authorized dealers that will ship out and do the web thing. I'm sure B&H and Adorama and whatnot. But they also wanted to protect their much smaller, more independent camera shops, and much love and appreciation for that. As photographers, we're all probably in the category of small business people, so seeing a small business protecting small businesses that serve small businesses, I think that's awesome. So I wanted to send out a special shout out, tip of the hat, and appreciation for that. These are manufactured almost exclusively in California, minus the bubble level. The bubble level is either imported or outsourced, but everything else is machined there. They have 6 of one type of lathe, 4 of another type of lathe. They're all done right in-house. And just speaking to the folks there and getting a sense of how obsessively devoted they are to the quality and the performance of these, it's just awesome. So I still have a couple of other ball heads that are en route. I haven't seen anything in hand yet that comes close, to be really honest. And in this price range, nothing even touches it. I do have an upper end ball head on its way from NovaFlex, which I am very excited to take a look at. I'm sure it's going to be fantastic. It's also considerably more expensive than these, so it may be not necessarily comparing apples to apples, but I just can't possibly imagine at $300 and $400 or $430 doing any better. These are just absolutely astronomically awesome. So I'm in love, and I think you would be too if you took a look at them. Alright, thank you very much. If you wouldn't mind subscribing, I will be happy to send out future reviews. There's also going to be a summer tripod roadshow where you'll be able to look at both of these, try them both out, along with tons of other stuff. The Fisol that is over here, the Suray that's here, the Vanguard that I'm shooting on, Slick, Oben, Enduro, Benro, MePhoto, FLM, three-legged thing. I'm missing a bunch. There's over a dozen manufacturers that are going to be represented at this Tripod Roadshow, and I'll be hitting a bunch of photography studios all over the country. So I hope to meet up with a bunch of you, and until then, have a great day.